Hi everybody, welcome back. Well, we're going around in circles with this Gypsy thing and the CPS and her doing stuff to certain creators and stuff like that. So we're going to try to cover some of this today. Now, I was on TikTok today, and I know a lot of you don't have TikTok, so this will probably become as, not a surprise, but, new news. There is a creator on there, a young one, and I think she has small children. I'm not going to say the age because I have no idea, but I just know they're little. And apparently somebody called CPS on her. Now, she does a lot of Gypsy stuff on TikTok, and she's got good following over there. I'm wondering, do you think now that Gypsy's crew can't dox people and, humiliate people online, so they're going to do it behind the curtain and just start making phone calls about certain people whom they know where they live and their names and all that. So instead of doxing you, they're just going to call authorities on you. Now, wouldn't that be kind of hitting a little bit below the belt, don't you think? But then again, I can't be surprised. They hit below the belt all the time. That's how they try to show their toughness or their bullying, which they say we do, right? All we try to do is try to get out the proper information that people want to know. Okay, if she wants to be in the public eye, then her business is going to be in the public eye. Just like a politician, just like anybody else who's in the public eye. I'm not going to say movie star because she doesn't hit that qualification. But anybody who's in the public eye, like, reality stars and stuff like that. So if they're going like that and starting to call CPS on certain content creators just because they're covering Gypsy stuff, I mean, if you do cover Gypsy stuff and you have small children, please protect your privacy. Please protect your name, where you live, your children's name, all that. Because you never know with them. You just never know. I mean, in a way, I'm glad my kids are grown and they're on their own, doing their own thing. But I have grandkids. Mind you, they're way too small to be on the internet, but one day they will be, And if we're going to let people like that run amok, that makes me a little worried for my granddaughters. So I wanted to show you this also. I got this video off of TikTok as well. I never seen it before, and I'm not sure if some of you probably have if you've watched the Life After Lockup show, and some of you probably haven't because you don't have TikTok and you don't watch the show. So here it is. Now, that's Gypsy in the hospital in labor, right? Looking up at Ken saying, "Oh, my labor pains are 2 minutes apart." Now, let's just get this cleared up. She said she had no pain, right? She had an epidural. She pushed for 15 minutes. There was no pain. Everything was fine, dandy, blah, that was it. But she's looking up at Ken like she's feeling pain. Or she's pretending she's feeling pain. It looks more like a reenactment to me than an actual scene. I want to get you guys' take on that. You let me know. She says in this clip that she's 6 centimeters. She said before she went into the hospital at 6 centimeters. But she says in this clip that her labor pains are 2 minutes apart. So you let me know. Because I'm no doctor and I'm not going to pretend to be. If you're 6 centimeters dilated, how close your contraction should be? Because I don't know. My kids both came out in 2 hours. I had hard labor from the get-go. And I went to the hospital. I was 10 centimeters already. I just pushed until they ripped me. I swear, I just tried, get him out. Just grab the head and pull already. That doctor looked at me. We can't do that. Jeez. Freaking melon heads. Oh, anyway, I love my boys. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, they were, and they weren't even that big. My youngest one was only 6 pounds, 14 ounces. So I mean, and my older one was 2 ounces more than that, 7 pound even. So, you know, they weren't very big, but they did rip me. And that wasn't fun. That wasn't fun. Some people would, they like, you know, you have the cesarean section, you have the stitches, and they go through your muscles and all that. Try getting a numbing needle down in the woohoo, and you're not numb at all. You had no epidural, but you got to have a numbing needle before they can stitch you up. So that's like having a open cut wound, and they stick a needle inside the wound to numb it. But that wound is down there. Yeah, that's not fun. Not fun at all. So, I mean, we all have our little stories, I'm sure, but that's one of mine. And it happened with both of them. So, and the first one, they didn't even stitch me. They just sent me home. I bled for a month. I could have bled to death. I would never have known any different. I was a new mom. I knew you're going to bleed after you have a baby, but I didn't know for how long. Nobody said anything to me about it. And I lived with my mother, but it never dawned on her to talk about these things with me. And I just thought it was normal. So I bled for a month. And then finally, I guess it was a blood clot that was there, and I could have bled to death if this didn't come out. It's a hemorrhage. And I have an aunt who died with a hemorrhage in her uterus after she had her second son. And it was almost like, and this is the aunt my mother says I look like. Yeah. Believe in reincarnation? I don't know. Maybe. But back to Gypsy. Tell me what you think. 6 centimeters on her way to the hospital, or when she got there. 2 minutes apart contractions. Somebody do the math for me, please. I'm a little out of sync when it comes to these things nowadays. But do the math for me, those 2 things. And let me know if this looks like a reenactment or does it look like the real deal. Because if it is a reenactment, and that's also when they took the picture of Ken and Gypsy and the baby at the bedside, maybe we can finally say we can put that one to bed. Because we said that didn't look real when we saw it the first time. And if this is a reenactment, then that's a fake photo. Guaranteed. Right? But let me know what you think. I know it's not a very long clip. But rewind it as many times as you can. Slow it down, whatever you have to do. Stop it to look at it really good. And let me know what you think. Alright? Alright guys, that's my video for this afternoon. Please like and subscribe. It helps me in the algorithm. And thank you so much for the birthday wishes. I love each and every one of you. Bye now. Everything in this video, my thoughts, opinions, and are alleged.